I'm really hoping that these can just demolish those T-72s for us in these gun runs. Oh yes, what a run. What a run, that's what we like to see. Hello guys, and welcome to a new Regiments video today by me, Vulcan. In this one I'm going to be starting a brand new warpath. That's a new procedurally generated campaign. So really looking forward to getting into this one. I've set it as a shorter warpath of 6 stages, just because this is the first one. I want to try it out, and then we'll probably do another one later on that will be maybe longer on the stages. We're going to be playing as the Dutch because they've had their voice lines implemented since the preview build, and I've opted to go for the 101st Tank Battalion, which is backed up by the task force of the Americans. So it's going to be a nice mix of Dutch and American forces. I think that could be pretty fun. I've set the opponent as the 2nd Northern Front, and we're going to be having the starting resources on very low. Unit count is medium because that affects both yours and enemy units. And then we have the reinforcement price of high, and regiment condition is depleted. So more or less most difficult settings. I've kept it on high lethality. We're going to be playing on master difficulty. Let's jump on in. So as you can see, because I've set it to depleted at the start, a lot of my forces do need replenishment, and we really don't have much operational authority to work with. But let's have a look at the task forces that we got generated, because this is a bit random. So there's a mechanized task force from the Americans that would be the M2A2 with infantry and National Guard and some chaparrals. There's the M113 CMVs, which are recon with 25mm autocannons and some M106s. There's the M113 with the infantry there, which have M72 Laws and the Pratt HDGams. There's more Leopard 1Vs, M106s, more Leopard 1Vs with Pratts. Leopard 2NL command tanks, those could be pretty handy, with the infantry which have HDGams, although those are Dragon HDGams, so nothing special. Leopard 1Vs, Leopard 2NL and Leopard 1Vs, then M109 artillery group, and there's also an airborne one coming in with the UH-60 there. That's an American airborne team. So those could be pretty fun to bring in as well. I think getting the armor could be pretty handy early on, but we won't use our operational authority on that just yet. Let's have a look at our courses of action. So in this campaign, which is called Ember Valor, which is a nice name, we are going to be able to choose throughout the campaign what approach we take. And so the first option is a meeting engagement. Both our forces and the enemy are trying to push an established front line, take the objectives and defeat the enemy. And the alternate approach in this case is the same, but you can see the terrain is different based on where we go. Most of the time these will be different. So there's like recon and raid and a bunch of others that you can choose from, or you can choose to maybe sit it out if you want to gain some more operational authority or something, but sacrifice victory points. So we'll probably go for the forested approach, just because that means I can get better use out of my infantry, because we don't have much that's going to be able to engage out in the open other than maybe like the Apaches and the Leopard 1Vs, but they will struggle against heavier tanks. So I'm going to grab some more deployment points and we'll see where that leaves us in terms of groups that we can bring in. All of these seem quite expensive. The cheapest is 90 points. That's kind of crazy. All right, so I think the other thing to do with my operational authority is just restore some of these units. We'll restore that infantry. I think the tanks, they could use a restore. We'll restore the M2A2s, I think. The mortars don't need it. I'm going to do one of these tank units. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, wonderful. So, let's do it. We'll jump on in to phase 1 of Ember Valor. Of course, we do need to choose our event. So we can choose Fog, which will reduce movement speed for all units. I don't think I want to do that in the first phase. Reduced HQ command radius and reduced SAM accuracy. I don't think we really have SAMs, and I don't have any HQ units, so that would be a good one to get out the way early on. We could also choose divisional artillery, which would give us an extra barrage tactical aid. or recon focus, which is an extra recon tactical aid. But we'll just go with electronic warfare into this meeting engagement. Let's go. Ember Valor, Phase 1, Stage 1 at 1 AM. So we're starting at night, which will benefit any thermal or night vision that we have. Here's our established front line, and you can see that we hold Golf over on this left hand side, and we need to take Papa and Kilo. So those are going to be the ones that I focus on. However, we will also want to take maybe some of the others in order to get operational authority that we can use in between the phases. So let's see what I want to do. I think, honestly, I should try and set up my mortars early on. We have our mortars here. We'll bring them over to this right hand side and just have them dig in at India. And that way they can help our advance on Kilo that I'm going to do with my infantry. Actually, I might want to use these infantry to attack Papa. So we'll send them over there instead. And we'll have the M2A2s push through the town. We can have the Apache hanging out. That's absolutely fine. And then we've got plenty of points to bring in both the Leopards. So I'm going to do that. And I might also bring in both the supply. That way we can have a supply on both sides. All right, let's go. So we'll send some Leopards over to the right. I'll send some Leopards over to Papa. We'll send some supply over there. Supply over to the right hand side. And we'll just use the Apaches wherever we need, really. I could use artillery illumination and just try and find some enemy forces to hit with the Apache early on. But I think best thing we can do is be patient. Also, I don't really have any recon, I just realized. So it's going to be kind of tough to maybe push through this town effectively. We'll see. I might have to retreat a unit. I think maybe the mortars. Because what I'd like to do is kind of hit and run with the Apaches as much as possible. They can do a lot of damage very quickly. But here's our Dutch and American forces side by side. We've got our Dutch APCs carrying those mortars into position. These Leopards pushing to the front, backed up by the YPR infantry. These only have 50 cals on the top as opposed to the 25mm cannons. Alright, let's let those M2A2s unload. I'm going to start pushing towards Kilo. We'll get these mortars dug in and unloaded. And we can have the supply move up with us. And let's let those unload. They're going to man those mortars. My Leopard 1Vs are getting a bit ahead of themselves. We're going to illuminate Kilo. We'll move the Apaches across. And we might see some enemies here. Although so far no luck. Get these unloaded and start pushing onto Papa. And not having the recon is going to make it very difficult. I do have an A10 gun run that I can use, which is actually pretty cheap. won't be long now until we hit some resistance, I imagine. This is really tough terrain, especially for the tanks. We're actually capturing that already, so there's no enemy units inside of Papa unless it's just like a rear unit. I think you can still capture if there's a rear unit in position. Ah, there we go. Found an enemy unit. That was actually AA, but it wasn't firing at my Apache. That's a big tank unit. We might need to load up into the M2A2s there. Time for a gun run. Let's have my... my leopards got destroyed, didn't they? Yeah. That's my bad. I thought those were AI. Oh, lovely. Absolutely ruining those infantry. That's some Polish infantry there getting forced back. Right, we'll have those retreat. The M2A2s can't stay there. Okay, I'm gonna bring these leopards out of the tree line. We'll start heading them over to this right side. I'm going to just make these sit facing into the center of the objective so that if anything comes through the tree line, they're defending in the right direction.
Zone lost.
Right, a good move would be to bring in the recon this time around. So I'll probably do the recon with the Apaches so that we can get some good hits in with those. And we'll have the leopards come across into a flanking position that can hit the BRM and T-72s in the side. We'll do an A10 strike here. Ideally, I actually want to hit the BRM 1Ks, so we'll see if that works out. Everybody loves a good bit of bird. Wonderful. Well, that made sure work of all of those. That's what we like to see. Alright, M2A2 infantry, get over here, please. Enemy air supremacy going for the Apaches there. What might be a nice idea, if we illuminate enemy units on the left, we support that attack by the AI with the Apache. Oh, those leopards are having a bad time. Yeah, we'll help the AI take Lima. I might be able to get into their backline and destroy their artillery as well. So I'm going to do the same thing. We'll move the M2A2s into the town and we'll attack, move through the town onto Kilo. We destroyed those T-55s there very quickly. Nice. That's good. I'll have my leopards move up on the left side there to help take Lima. Let's just go and land with the 864s near that supply and we can bring them back over to the right so that they meet up with my M2A2 Bradleys as they attack into Kilo. I do not want to lose one of those. I think that was an enemy dug in unit. Alright, let's just let them retreat since that supply is a bit too close for comfort. Yeah, this is infantry that was already dug in here. We'll clean those up nice and quick at close range, I hope. Although they are dug in. I can probably pull back, get some supply and go again.
Zone captured.
A bit of a problem there. Getting overwhelmed. I need my Apaches for the right if we're going to make that attack. Right, let's let the supply leave. I'll let the mortars leave as well. That way we'll always have enough points to bring in the Apaches. My infantry's ready to attack again. The main thing that I'm concerned about is victory points. Like any operational authority is a bonus. A good hit there, taking out one of the Scots. Okay, good. Managed to take care of that unit. Let's bring up the M2A2s again. I could also bring up the M2A2s with man pads. That gives us 6 Bradleys to work with. I could keep a Bradley unit on the right or left side of the town as we approach. And that way they can use their HGMs to support. I think keeping the Bradleys out in the open is actually the better bet than trying to push them through the town, because if we push through the town and end up bumping into an infantry unit that's bigger than ours, then we are more or less going to lose every time. I will support that push with an A10 gun run. Ah, that's unfortunate. That didn't do nearly as much damage as I'd hoped. Right, we'll attack move towards Kilo. I'm gonna have to bring this over to hit these units. That's a lot of units actually coming through there. Hopefully we can decoy again. Oh, there's so many units coming through here. Ah, we had one shot down. That's unfortunate. We'll move the BOs away from that area. I'm actually going to move these up to the edge, I think. And that supply can go get itself some more ammo. We've only got one Apache left. Oh no, we got two. Okay, good. I think it'd be interesting if there was some sort of indication as to where the enemy aircraft are patrolling. We'll keep the BOs nearby so that we get the recon on them. That will allow our units to be a bit more effective. That manpad unit is doing a good job of tanking for us. We'll let them retreat now. And we'll continue towards Kilo. So what I could do is maybe move towards November, but I want to make sure that I hold Papa for the rest of the phase. It's a lot of shots coming in. A lot of shots coming in.
5 minutes remaining.
I think we gotta come across and put pressure on November. Trying to think how I'm gonna get into Kilo though. Because we're very low on numbers now. We might just have to sacrifice that objective for this phase, because we started with a lot less men than I would like. Okay, good. Got to kind of pull away there. We'll let the Apaches leave. That's really tough. Hotel's going to be lost. And if we hold India, Foxtrot, and Echo, I think we might get that operational authority, which would be pretty cool. Ooh, ouch. We got a really good initial hit in there, but follow-up didn't really pay off. What HQ unit is that? It's like a tank unit. That's rough. If I can get a last-minute cap on November, I think I'll be happy. Well, they're coming into Foxtrot hard. Let's send the Apaches over there. Oh, that's actually just an AA unit. Okay. Well, we know that they have the air attack up. Gotta pull back away from that. Done a lot of damage. I don't know if I can kill those with my leopards though. Maybe. We're almost capturing the Ember.
Zone captured.
Okay. I think we have to fall back, right? Because otherwise we'll never be in range.
Terugtrekken, nu. Vijand geïdentificeerd. Klaar. We hebben nu ondersteuning nodig.
Okay, good hit. Right, I'm hoping these assault engineers will take back Hotel for us. We're going to have to fall those back for sure. And then I'm going to have to go and fly over to Papa to defend it.
Zone lost. One minute remaining.
It would be cool if we could get to Kilo in time, but I don't think we can. Let's have the artillery illumination go. Oh. That's 2 Strellas. Not going to be doing anything with that. Right, let's just pull that into Hotel. Only 17 seconds left. They didn't actually continue to cap that, the AI, so I don't think we're going to have a chance to get it ourselves. But we did take Papa. We hold Golf. Getting Kilo would have been nice, but they definitely pushed against us really hard there. So we get 40 victory points. And we'll see how much operational authority we get. A lot of those kills were down to that Apache. The Leopard 1Vs were having a really bad time. The Bradley infantry did okay for us, and it doesn't look like the infantry in the forest there got any kills whatsoever. Although that was onto rear units, so maybe it just didn't count. Interesting. Alright, well, on to the next phase we go. And we have our 40 victory points. In order to get a victory, I'm not sure how much that is, but it's quite a lot to go. We have 145 operational authority now. We can abandon the mission, which would retreat from the current stage, suffering a major loss of victory points, or we have to go into the meeting engagement once again. Okay. So we need more infantry, I think is the one thing that I feel like I need more of. Maybe the airborne unit and the fire support unit of the Americans. Then again, maybe we just do more deployment points. Because we really do need to, like, get our troops back on their feet. Yeah, that's rough. That's really rough. Okay, well, we'll go to events. This time around, we'll take divisional artillery. We'll jump into phase 2 at 8 AM. So I'm curious if this continues from the meeting engagement we just had, or if we're heading to a different map. Okay, it's continuing from where we were. So we're going to be able to take Hotel. I think the next thing we do is we could just push harder onto Kilo, but we use both of our infantry units here this time, rather than just the one. Okay, let's carry on. The artillery barrage is very cheap, so we should make use of that as much as possible. I think what I'm going to do is we'll bring the Leopard
Zone
up
captured.
to the edge here and have it overwatch Juliet. So if the AI decides to attack that, if they're coming in to help us again, looks like they are, we will maybe be able to take that. And the reason that this might be so hard for us to take is because it's pretty close to this reinforcement point that they have. But I think a concerted effort on the right hand side will do us a lot of favours. Well, those assault engineers at close range actually should be able to deal with the T-72s pretty well. So that's going to be nice for us. And these infantry, I am kind of tempted to have stay in this position because, or at least maybe move forwards to this position. If we can get them dug in there, that would be fantastic. Although they're only 3 out of 4 right now. We could have the Leopards go sit with them. Let's see if we can maybe get around the side here with the Apache and put pressure onto their artillery unit. We're being hit by artillery here. Lots of units coming up on the left-hand side. Might be a good opportunity for us to take Kilo, but I reckon we'll probably lose Papa in the process. So that's T-55 AM2s and T-72s over there. Well, those were Gavozdika. Oh, ouch. I reckon we can probably just knock them down though with the Apaches. Good. Okay, I might have to just retreat those. Infantry arrived there. That's good. We'll keep the Leopard pointing to the left. I'm going to have to move my Apache over to that left side, I think. Good. We're capturing Kilo. I'm going to move my M2A2 infantry over here with the Leopard 1B. Have the man-pads join these infantry here. I could just arty those. More A10 gun run on the left here. PT-76 is trying to get rear shots in. Thankfully getting fended off by the National Guard. That's a lot of units coming. I think we just retreat. Hope that those can hit the mark.
Zone captured.
Oh, I tell you what. These Leopard 1Bs not really doing too great for us. I'm going to smoke those and we'll actually load up the M2A2s and push forwards. Alright, my supply is going to be in position there, which is good. Now we go for the BO-105 and the AH-64 to the left. At close range, I'm hoping these Bradleys do the job. Yep, good. Kind of risky to keep pushing them forwards. What I'm going to do is retreat those, get more men, bring them over to the right. We'll allow the supply to resupply the infantry here. We'll send them to November.
Zone lost.
Vijand geïdentificeerd. What's next?
Okay. Yeah, that's working. We'll get another leopard over here. I think we'll just go for Lima with the leopards. We're going to have to move infantry in to capture Papa back. The way, yeah, we'll do it is we'll have the M2A2s come to the right here to reinforce the Kilo. I did also take out the infantry at Mike, so we might be able to push on there. And meanwhile, we'll have this infantry zoom across the November and capture that.
Zone lost.
Right, they do have some elite infantry moving through there. Okay, we'll move these all the way to the left here to support an attack on Golf. Just going to fall back to the tree line so we get some cover bonus. I think these will be okay to get into November.
What's next? Vuurmissie bevestigd. Wilco.
I'm going to move forwards so that we can start engaging. And that way the A10s will get the gun runs off. Oh, BO-105, don't do that. Oh, I say that. Not too much really happened to them. Okay, we're going to have to move away from this location due to that air support. But that infantry can now be told to go over to Papa. That's enemy artillery coming in. Just back it up. We'll have that supply leave. And I am going to have these M2A2s attack towards Mike. Let's make sure we cap that fully.
Zone captured.
We'll let the AI push into Golf. Moving down the highway at the moment. Yeah, November's captured. That's good. I'm going to move the supply over to the right hand side to resupply the M2A2 infantry once we get on top of Mike. So I think we can just push up on top of there. Just push across the open, set up a defense on there. With these leopards, we're going to want to just engage at like maximum range. I am going to want to engage those T-72s at the same time as those M113 infantry come in, I think. Oh no, not the BO-105. No, my recon. They're gonna. They are gonna. That's unfortunate. Right, that Apache can leave. This is completely out of ammo. Right, just letting the Leopards farm those units. That is fine. Taking back Papa, which is good. Slowly working our way through the right hand side here, but these Leopards taking a lot of damage from the 80 gems to keep pulling back.
Zone captured. Zone lost.
Good, right, Papa's taken. I'm thinking we might even be able to just move all the way over to Gulf here. Big strafes. Good. I'm just going to fall them back. We need them to come in together, otherwise they're not going to be very effective.
Zone captured.
Okay. Let's head towards Lima. We're going to do double Leopard 1V with the Apache. We'll try and probably just come up this left side and into Gulf behind them. The only way I can see it working. We just supports the AI pushing towards Gulf. Let's fall back into the tree line. Ah, they got caught out. I shouldn't have gone that far. That was very greedy.
We hebben meerdere gewonden. We houden het geen moment meer vol.
I'm bringing up the mortars to the left-hand side here to attack Gulf. And the M2A2 infantry here, they're all dug in. That's good. We'll definitely get these infantry back to the center. So could have the Leopards maybe push behind into Echo. Because it looks like the coast is clear into Gulf, so I'm hoping that the AI will capture that. If not, we can do it with the mortars. But I think the play is to bring the Apaches over and help break down these forces. Getting a task force with some recon is probably going to be a really good idea. Because the more that the campaign goes on, I think the BO-105s are going to come under a threat a lot. Very nice. Oh, here we go. We'll have to... Oh, he managed to hit one. No, they're so expensive. Okay, well, that can leave. We've got 6 minutes left here. Oh, another one's coming in. Get out of there.
Zone captured.
No. Okay. Whew. Right, we're shooting those in the back, so that's good. Get this infantry up here.
Zone captured.
Begrijpen. Ruk op.
Zone lost.
This has been a costly battle, but we're in a pretty good position still, points, like capture point wise.
Roger uit.
Gonna set up the mortars here so that we can support an attack on Lima, and then we can push back to Juliet and maybe into Oscar. Just cut off the backside there of their forces.
Luid en duidelijk. Duidelijk. Ordonnantie onderweg.
I'm bringing in the reinforcements to help here. We'll move my infantry up, maybe in the tree line. I'm really hoping that these can just demolish those T-72s for us in these gun runs. Oh yes, what a run. What a run, that's what we like to see. Okay, we're going to push over to Juliet and
5
Oscar.
minutes remaining.
Luisteren. Wilco over.
I'm not sure how we're going to get these onto the point with those Mi-2s hanging about and the T-72s there. I'm hoping that we can hold on to Papa, but that might not be possible.
Bevestigend. Over.
Although the T-72s have fallen back,
We hebben nu
putting
ondersteuning.
pressure.
Voertuig verloren.
Oh no! Is that like reinforcements coming in, shooting my leopards in the side? I think it is.
Rondgedaan.
Oh no, the leopards just got toasted.
Orders.
Zone lost.
That's really bad.
Zone captured.
Alright, well we can attack Foxtrot, take that back, push through to Papa. Yeah, all of my leopards got ruined. That was a big loss for me. Gotta be really careful in this campaign because we really don't have that many resources.
Wilco.
I don't think there's much defending Papa. At least capturing it at the moment. Just a leader unit, which is probably T-72, and then something else. So I think these guys at close range should be fine. We do have Carl Gustavs, which are pretty decent. AP-wise.
Ready.
Just some Humvee recon. You know. Those have grenade launchers. Okay.
Begrepen.
Zone captured.
I'm a bit scared having this Apache just hanging out here. And maybe those Humvees can capture November for us. That would be great. Although there was some tanks over there.
Multiple targets. Please advise. Coördinatenvoorbereiding voor de aanval.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay. Actually, maybe not so bad. I thought that would be worse than it was. The manpads actually managed to hit the Mi-2 in time.
What's next? Unit lost. I repeat. Unit lost.
Good.
Doelen geraakt. Aanval succes.
Let's just keep those alive.
Out.
We'll defend Gulf with the Leopard 1Bs on
Zone
this side.
lost.
Orders.
Upper's the main one to capture here, because that's the victory points.
Will do.
I'm actually just going to load up so we move a bit faster. No time to waste. Very dynamic battle though. We're fighting all over the place in this one.
What's next?
I'm hoping those M2A2s can hold the line there. I guess I could bring the Apache over.
1 minute remaining.
No, no chance. Absolutely no chance. That's unfortunate.
Luid en duidelijk.
There's an entire infantry unit there.
Leeswerk nodig. Nu.
Zone lost.
Munitie verspild. Monitoring.
That really sucks. It was like a last minute attack on Kilo there.
Receiving fire. Over. We houden het geen
Zone captured.
orders.
Yeah, we're not going to have that last one. But we definitely did a lot more damage that time around. Like our KD was way better. So good kills from the Leopard 1Vs, the Bradleys, the Apache again. It just seems like certain units really suffer. But I'm okay with that. I mean, we got another 40 victory points. So yeah, I think what we'll do, since we've got 175 operational authority, is we'll opt to bring in maybe this unit, which will give us access to the Leopard 2A4s and also some more infantry. Although there's not a very big squad of infantry. Maybe these airborne infantry are the way to go. Actually, if I do this helicopter team, we can then have enough to do more deployment points. Although I say that, I definitely need the BOs back. I can't afford to restore the Apaches, which is really bad because they are a primary source of damage for me. These infantry just keep dying for free, which is kind of frustrating. I think it's gotta be points into the Leopard 1Bs. Okay. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Alright, what's the upgrade on these? So we get access to F-16 Air Patrol and AH-1Fs, and then an increased fire support team. Interesting. Oh, also another set of Cobras later on. Cool. Well, these can upgrade quite substantially. We're in a longer one, it would be actually quite beneficial to have like multiple stages where you can really like fully upgrade all your task forces. That'd be pretty awesome. Anyway, unfortunately, guys, it has been my time. I'm gonna leave it here. It's a shame that we've missed out on what, like 50 victory points so far. It looks like it's going to be kind of difficult to get to the final victory objective here. So we're in what, stage 2 of 6 stages. And I believe we did 2 phases in the first stage, right? Oh, interesting. We even have messages about it. Oh, that's cool. We'll read those next time. Alright, well, that's it for now. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the introduction of Ember Valor. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.